We're going to get to everything, but basically you're looking at someone right now who manifested the man of her dreams and motherhood all in less than a year.
So it's one thing to know about the law of attraction, to have watched The Secret, and for me, Abraham Hicks were one of my big teachers, and it's one thing to kind of know about that consciously, but I think it's really when you start living it and being it and breathing it in all areas of your life where things will really start to pop and manifest for you, right?
The most important thing that really stood out to me from a law of attraction standpoint here is for everyone out there who's like looking for their dream man or their dream woman or whatever, it's a reminder that this person that you want is actually alive right now.
You know, I see so many people, they seem to be in victim consciousness around their relationships, right? Like they're like, oh, men are like this, or dating is just hard for me. It's so hard for me to find the one, or it's hard for me to find the one who wants what I want. And really, you can just like opt out of that. So the man thing, I kind of put it on the back burner, like it was like done, you know? And I really feel like that was why I was able to manifest so easily. So he did eventually talk to me a few weeks later when it was like perfectly aligned. And yeah, it just happened really naturally after that point. But at the very beginning, it didn't happen totally naturally. It was like kind of a weird experience for me.
This isn't really a law of attraction teaching, but I kind of, ascribe to the theory that like what people think of you isn't really your business. Because, it's the only thing it's going to do is going to kind of like muddle the way you respond, the way you behave. And if all you're doing is like being a good person and not being overly attached to outcomes, like you don't want any of that extra nonsense anyway.
I also feel that you have many soulmates right around you. Like it could be someone that you walk by every day, like on your way to work, like if you walk, or like at your Starbucks that you go to every day, like he could be right there, but you might never know that it's them unless you have the right energy to attract them.
I think it is so cool that, you don't know if they're across the world. You don't know if your friend thinks they're across the world and they're really 20 minutes away. Like you don't know, but there's so many possibilities out there that people never really think because there's so much quicker oftentimes to think of the limits rather than thinking of the limitless possibilities.
So yeah, I was just really having fun in my life. I wasn't actually thinking too seriously about the relationship. I was just like, this feels natural, this feels fun, this feels exciting, and hey, this feels like something that could be my dream. But I wasn't like just going crazy over it like all day long thinking like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, like, because I just didn't really care. Things were so good, right? So sometimes that's another thing. The universe has a better plan for you than you would even imagine. That month and the joy of that relationship was one of my biggest months in business at that date as well. So it was kind of like when I took the focus off trying to make sales, trying to make money and all that, it was like it just came very easily.
I always suggest for people that can write when they script and they journal and they're writing what they want in the present tense as if they have it already. I think oftentimes people forget that by virtue of writing it down and doing it, you're visualizing it. Even if you don't realize you're visualizing it, a lot of times you're giving yourself what you need and therefore the universe the blueprints that it needs just by engaging in those simple processes.
People don't realize the power in that place when you are just done with everything. Like there's a lot of momentum going when you're there, and sometimes I don't want to say this for everybody, but sometimes it can be easier to manifest from that place of being just so done with everything, right? Than when you have like already some momentum going. It's like to manifest the rest of your dreams. It's almost like when you're in that place of I'm so done with everything, it just, you can boom, go into the dream so quickly, I've noticed.
Yeah, wherever you can be grateful, whatever you can latch on to have happiness and ease and joy in that moment, that's going to keep things loose enough to really open that pathway for the universe to find you for all the other stuff that you want.
Because I wasn't expecting it to just be instantly, and I guess, that's where needy energy comes in, where people need it to happen this time, right away, like, need the money now, need the soulmate now, like that's when we kind of push it away.
I'm sure people watching this, hearing your story, are dying of curiosity of like, okay, what did Brittany do exactly? So if I can ask, like, to share like part of your process, whether it was scripting or it was a certain visualization, like what did you do and how often did you do it? Was it a daily thing? Was it an hourly thing? And what exactly was the process, if you don't mind sharing it?
That's a really good question. I don't think I've ever been asked that.